It was, my father told us that during the attempt to modify the airplanes that he wanted to modify, the A-20 and the B-25. He wanted to modify the B-25 more than he wanted to modify the A-20, but the A-20 was easier to do the job. So he went ahead and did that. Then he was doing the B-25 at the same time, and at first he didn't have in his mind the picture exactly of what he wanted to do with the B-25. He just knew that it had to be done. The supply people in the United States Army Air Corps were, I'm looking for a word that would cover them, but they were assholes. That's all I can say. And they stood in front of him and stopped him from doing things that they should have been helping him to do. Their attitude was, we've got these supplies here. We don't have enough supplies, and so if we give these idiots like Captain Gunn our supplies, then we won't have any supplies to give to anybody else. So we're going to hold the supplies. So what he had to do to get around all of that usually was pull his pistol and stick it in the guy's face and say, give me the parts. What he meant when he said Kenney saved him was when Kenney got there and he was in the midst of converting the B-25s, or just the one B-25, that when Kenney came in and took command and found out what he was doing in the process, Kenney right away said, this is a guy I need in my tent. And when he found out what the supply people were doing to not only him but everybody else, that's when he stepped in and he fired them all and put in people then and started getting the supplies out to the field where things could be done. And then after he got that part of it straightened around, he did the one thing that Big Jim Davies didn't exactly like, but he reached out and he took Pappy Gunn out of the 3rd Bomb Group and he brought him down to Brisbane where the supplies were and put him in Eagle Farm field and said, you're in command, do it. That's what he meant by Kenney saved his life.